Hello everyone. In this video, we will go through the depreciation worksheet of the BA2 Plus calculator. We will demonstrate in finding the depreciation amount using the straight line, the sum of the year's digits, and the declining balance depreciation methods in the video. To activate the depreciation worksheet, we press the second key and then the number 4. The depreciation worksheet is indicated as DEPR on the calculator. I am using the US date format. So for the depreciation worksheet, there are 4 methods to choose from. The first one is SL, denoting the straight line methods. The next one, SYD, sum of the year's digits. DB, declining balance. And the last one, DBX, declining balance crossover to the straight line methods. To choose the methods, we press the second key and then set. So we get from SL to SYD method, and then press second and then set again. We get to the DB method, and then the DBX. Get back to the straight line method. We press second and then set again. We get back to the straight line method. Next, we can enter the information regarding the asset. The variable LIF denotes the life of the asset in years. The next variable M01 corresponds to starting month. This is the month in the year the asset begins to depreciate. For example, if you put the asset into use in mid-February, then we will set M01 as 2.5. 2 stands for the February, and the 0.5 indicated this is mid-February. If you purchase the asset in the beginning of October, then M01 will be set at 10. The next variable, CST, the cost of the asset. And then the next one, SAL, the salvage value at the end of the life of the asset. Next, we can compute the depreciation amount. First, we need to indicate the variable YR corresponds to year to compute. In which year you want to get the depreciation amount. Once we enter the variable YR, the calculator will automatically calculate 3 quantities. DEP, the depreciation amount for that year. RBV, remaining book value of the asset. And RDV is the remaining depreciation value. Let's take a look at the first example. A machine costs $12,000, will last for 5 years, and will have a salvage value of $1,500 at the end of the 5 years. Calculate the book value and the amount of depreciation for the second year using the straight line methods. All right, so activate the depreciation worksheet by pressing second, and then DEPR, the number 4. Clear previous work if necessary by pressing second and then clear work. Next, we choose the depreciation methods, the straight line method, SL. So this is already SL. Otherwise, we press second and then set until SL is displayed on the calculator. and then we can key in the information. LIF is 5. So we press 5 and then enter. The machine lasts for 5 years. The next variable, M01, no information is given in the question, so we assume that M01 is 1 at the beginning of the year. So we enter 1 and then enter. The next variable, CST, the cost, 12,000. 12,000 and then enter. The next one, SAL, Savage value, 1,500. Key in 1,500 and press enter. And then the variable YR, we want to get the information for the second year. YR equals 2. Enter 2, press enter. This is done. The worksheet will auto-compute 3 quantities. The DEP, the depreciation amount for the second year, and then RBV, remaining book value of the assets, 7,500. And then the last one, RDV, the remaining depreciation value. We can continue with the other years. For example, the 4th year. So we press the down arrow key. We get back to the variable YR. Here we enter 4 and then enter. And then we can get the corresponding information. The DEP 2,100, RBV 3,600, and then the last one, RDV 2,100. And using the calculator, we can get the depreciation schedule. Starting from year 1, we enter 1 for YR, enter. Press the down arrow key to get the necessary quantities, DEP, RBV, and RDV. And then press the down arrow key again. And then you can press 2 and then enter. Or if you want to increase the value for YR by 1, you can simply press CPT. This will jump from 1 to 2. And then press CPT again, increase it by 1, you get YR equals 3. Say I want to get the information regarding the 3rd year. So here YR equals 3, and then I press the down arrow key to get the necessary information. DEP 2,100, RBV 5,700, and then RDV is 4,200. Next, we will find the depreciation information for the second year using another method, the sum of the year's digits method. The same machine costs $12,000, lasts for 5 years, Savage value 1,500. To change the depreciation method, we press the up arrow key We get back to YR, SAL, CST, M01, LIF, press the up arrow again, we get back to the methods. And here we choose sum of the years digits method. So we press second set to get to SYD. And then we press the down arrow key again. We get all the information in the calculator. LIF is 5, M01 is 1, CST 12,000, SAL 1,500, and then YR we set to 2. We want to get the information for the second year. Press enter, and then we get the necessary information. DEP 2,800, RBV 5,700, and then the last one, RDV 4,200. And similarly, we can get the depreciation schedule. The next method, the double declining balance method. Same situation. Press the up arrow key to choose the methods. Double declining balance method corresponds to the DB method. We need to key in a number. Okay, double here means declining balance percentage is 200%. So we key in 200 for the DB methods. Press enter. And then this is done. We can press the down arrow key, confirming all the entries of LIF, M01, CST, and SAL. We want the information for the second year. So YR is 2. And then we can get the corresponding quantities, DEP, RBV, and RDV. And this is the depreciation schedule for year 1 to year 5. And you can confirm the entries using the calculator. The next example. The IT department recently acquired a server for $20,000 to support the company's data infrastructure. The server is projected to have a useful life of 8 years, after which it will be replaced. The estimated salvage value of the server at the end of its useful life is $2,000. Calculate the book values and amount of depreciation for the 6th year using the straight line method, the sum of the years digit method, and the double declining balance method, respectively. Input the variables. LIF, the life of the asset, 8 years. M01, by default, 1. No information is given in the question. CST, the cost, 20,000. Salvage value, SAL, 2,000. And YR, we want the information for the 6th year. YR is 6. So we can key this in to the calculator, activate the worksheet by pressing second, and then DEPR, the number 4. Let's key in the variable first. LIF is 8. Enter. And then M01 is 1. CST, 20,000. Press enter. And then SAL, 2,000. Enter. YR is 6. Press enter. And then we can get back to choose the method. The straight line method. Press the up arrow key. Get back to the SL method by pressing second and then set repeatedly. We get to SL, then we can press the down arrow key all the way to YR, confirming that it is 6. And then we can get the DEP, 2,250. RBV, 6,500. And RDV, 4,500. The next method is the sum of the years digits method. Press the up arrow key. And then choose SYD. And then press the down arrow key again until we get the information. DEP, 1,500. RBV, 3,500. And RDV, 1,500. The last one, the double declining balance. We get to DB. The declining percentage is 200. So enter 200. And then we can get back to the DEP. $1,186.52. And then RBV, $3,559.57. And then RDV. The next example. On April the 1st, 2023, a company purchased a vehicle for $25,000. The vehicle is expected to last for 6 years and will have a salvage value of 3,000. Calculate the book value and the amount of depreciation for the first 2 years using the straight line method. LIF, the life of the vehicle, 6 years. And then M01, the vehicle is purchased on April the 1st, 2023. We assumed that the vehicle starts to depreciate on April the 1st. So the starting month, the variable M01 is set as 4. beginning of April. And then CST, the cost, 25,000. Savage value, SAL, 3,000. And we want to get the information for the year 1 and year 2. Activate the depreciation worksheet. Using the straight line method, so we get back to SL. LIF is 6. M01, 4. CST, 25,000. And then SAL, 3,000. Get the information for the first year. YR is 1. And then we get the value for DEP, the depreciation amount in the first year. And then press the down arrow key to get RBV and RDV respectively. For the second year, press the down arrow key, get back to YR. We can enter 2, or we can simply press the CPT button to increase the year number by 1. And then press the down arrow key to get the necessary information, the DEP, the RBV, and the RDV. The next example. A company purchases a computer system for $30,000 in mid-September 2023 to enhance its data processing needs. The computer system is expected to last for 5 years with no Savage value. Calculate the book value and amount of depreciation for the first 2 years using the 150% declining balance method. The variables. LIF, the life, is 5. M01, the company purchased the system in mid-September 2023. So M01 is 9.5. 9 denotes September. In the middle of September, indicated by 0.5. So M01 equals 9.5. M01 is 9.5. CST, the cost, 30,000. No Savage value, SAL, 0. YR, the first 2 years, 1 and 2. Using the 150% declining balance method, we set DB equals 150. Using the calculator, choose the DB method, enter 150, and then we can key in the information. LIF is 5. M01 is 9.5. CST 30,000. SAL 0. YR is 1. And then we can get the information for DEP, RBV, and RDV. For the second year, I enter 2 and then press enter, or we can press the CPT button to increase the value of YR by 1. Press the down arrow key, we can get the corresponding information, DEP, RBV, and RDV. That's it for today's video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.